It's gonna be my last video I make for the day. But I don't know how I'm now. Don't get me wrong. I already knew about some of the things that I've read this morning, but I found out that it was other beings on this planet, and I can't remember the other name. One of them was called Homo erectus, and they were a different kind of being, but they wasn't human beings. And there was another being called Homo something else, because we are considered Homo sapiens. And they were saying that human beings was created through vitro fertilization. Means that when the Anunnakis came here, they took the Homo erectus and they took other species and they basically tried to create another type of being. But when they created these beings, which was supposed to be human beings, we wasn't created naturally through a mother, like a womb. We was created in like a shell, like an incubator. Like we was created in a glass. You know what I'm saying? And if you think about it, if you watch the movie The Matrix, when Morpheus was telling Neo how they was creating these babies, when he was telling Neo what he saw, right to this day, even to this day, they are creating babies in incubators, and they are creating a new type of being. So it's like we went from Homo erectus to Homo, I gotta find the other name, to now Homo sapiens, and now they are creating the humanoids, because we are considered human beings, right? So now they are creating humanoids. And it's like we are basically witnessing the evolution of man. And that's something that I have been talking about for years. So we have seen the evolution of man go from Homo erectus to humanoids. And to find out that I am a human being and I was created in a lab, in a glass, and if you think about it, we live under a firmament. It's a glass ceiling above us, and it's a glass ceiling below us. And we are breeded here. And we were created here to work. Right? So that means that who we are and where we came from, we always been here. And then I found out that Homo erectus was here over 3 million years ago. So beings have always been on this planet way before the Anunnaki even thought about coming here. But when the Anunnakis got here, they tampered with the beings that was here. And what they did was, when they tampered with because they were saying that the Anunnakis started having sex with the female humans. So is it because the Anunnakis created humans that the Anunnakis started having sex with their own creation, which is human women? Because I'm finding out now that the Anunnakis did create human women as well. Because I was like, why they keep saying human women? So the Anunnakis created human beings, man and woman, but the Anunnakis were giants, right? And if they started having sex with the human women, the creation that they created, and they created the Nephilim. So the Nephilims is basically the Anunnakis. Because if the Anunnakis created the human beings and they created the human woman and the human man, they saying that the Anunnakis started having sex with the female humans. Because before the Anunnakis came here, humans was not on this planet. They were called Homo erectus and Homo something else. They never said that the Anunnakis was having sex with Homo erectus. They were saying that the Anunnakis took genetics and parts of Homo erectus to make another type of being so they can become slaves. So is it that the Anunnakis created the human women and the human man, and the Anunnakis started having sex with their own creation, and that's how the Nephilims came? Because they said that the Nephilims came from demons and angels. But we know that the Anunnakis are considered the fallen angels. And if the Anunnakis, the fallen angels, created the human man and woman, then that means the female human and the angel. So that means that the Anunnakis started having sex with their own creation, which is the human woman, and that was the Nephilims. And this explains why the Nephilims were so tall, because the Anunnakis was tall. But the thing about it is, when they created these Nephilim beings, the Nephilims became more powerful than the Anunnakis. And when the Nephilims were born, they became way more powerful than the angel, which was forbidden. This is how they destroyed them and petrified them, and they destroyed them with the flood, because the Nephilims got more power than the Anunnakis. And I'm like, what the fuck? That's some crazy shit. So I'm like, if we were basically test tube babies, we were created in incubators. Now look at the movie They Cloned Tyrone. Towards the end, when Tyrone and the pimp, they saw themselves in the incubator. Like, what the fuck? So basically, and look at the world for what it is today. We are human beings, right? And we are human beings that was created from the Anunnakis, and we still breed. We still have babies. Human babies. And when these human babies grow up, what are they doing? They are workers. They are still mining for gold. Like in year 2025. We are still working, doing our mission that we were sent here to do and we were created to do. We are still workers and still slaves. We just different. We are doing it in a different modern way. Instead of us mining for gold for the Anunnakis, we work every day for a slave master. And every time we get paid, we give it right back to the slave master. We work every single day in this incubator to fund other countries and nations. We are slaves. We were created to be slaves. And then they tampered with history until the little that I know right now, I can imagine the shit that is hidden from us. So my thing is, the fact that we are human beings that was created by the Anunnakis, what is in us that is deep inside of us that they can't control? Like, they couldn't possibly have taken other species that was already here. Maybe these other species that I don't know. I don't even want to go to no conclusion, because I don't want to start no he saying, she saying lies. But what I do know is that the human being is very powerful. Now, however the Anunnakis created us in this glass shell, because basically the earth, the firmament that we are living under, we are living in an experimental lab. We are in a lab right now, people. Earth is nothing but a lab. Earth is nothing but a glass lab. We are living in a lab being tested on and experimented on. And to this day, they still doing it because they making fucking humanoids. We are fucking experimental beings. They are experimenting on us. Testing on us. This is why they don't give a fuck about us, because technically they created us. Lord, look. I ain't taking, I know. It's not even a hard pill to swallow. It's like, so where do we go when we die? Like, I don't even look at death the same no more. Like, so God really didn't create the firmament. It was the Anunnaki that created the firmament so that they can have a lab to create us in. Like, what the fuck?